Jai Shri Ram. I am reading from this original Mahabharata, uh, interpretation by M.N. Dutt. Okay. Now, in the Udyoga Parva, which is the fifth canto, within Udyoga Parva, chapter 93, when Krishna is the guest in the house of Vidura. See, Krishna goes as the emissary, as the messenger of peace on behalf of the Pandavas to the Kaurava court. You know that. Now, in Udyoga Parva, 93rd chapter, this is the conversation between Vidura and Krishna in Vidura's house. Incidentally, the backstory I think you should already know. You see, when Krishna arrived at Hastinapur for the discussions, Duryodhana created some 5-star accommodation, but Krishna rejected it. Krishna told Duryodhana, see, I cannot accept your hospitality because you are not my friend, nor are you the friend of Pandavas, you have harmed them, so I cannot accept any hospitality from you. So this is a lesson for all of us. Never take anything from anybody who is honestly not our friend. In fact, always despise the free lunch. Never take anything free from anybody for that matter. So next, Krishna goes and lives in the house of Vidura. Now Vidura is a Krishna Bhakta, and Vidura is overjoyed, and Vidura serves him sag, that is, green leafy vegetables which he grows in his backyard. And it is also mentioned that after the meal was over, Krishna was sitting and he was discoursing on several topics, dharma and all that. Vidura, you see, is enraptured because he is having a darshan of the Lord at home. So Vidura was offering banana, the dessert, sweet fruit. So Vidura was so enraptured, enthralled, and he was so captivated by Krishna's talk and presence that he used to peel the banana, throw the banana, and offer the peel to Krishna. And Krishna was happily eating the peel. Then I believe Vidura's wife, she happened to come to the room. She noticed, Are Baba, he is feeding Krishna the peels and throwing all the bananas. Even Krishna is happily consuming all the peels. So this is the beauty of bhakti. So this conversation I want to read. So it's very interesting. I'll just read parts of it. You see? And in this one sloka, 93rd one, the 6th one, Krishna says that when you attempt any great virtuous act, sattvic, any great goal, even if you do not accomplish it, you will get the full merit of having done it. That's a great thing, isn't it? Dharma karyam yatach chaktya yatanchaktya no chet prapnoti manavaha na chet prapnoti manavaha prapto bhavati tat punyamatra me nasti asamshayah. So if you attempt with all your might to achieve some great dharma karya, and even if you do not accomplish it, you will get the full religious merit of having done that act. Of this there is no doubt. Krishna is affirming. So please undertake good dharmic acts. What is the best dharmic act? Spreading the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And not giving free food. Annadanam is dangerous. See, Annadanam can be given provided people are made to do some work. Free Annadanam is dangerous. That will make beggars out of people. And after that consuming that food, if some person commits a crime, you will have to accept a share of that punishment for that crime. Though not at the worldly level, there is a higher court always. So here, Krishna actually promises to Vidura that he will make every effort to broker peace and help Kauravas from getting destroyed. So very interesting. So because the Lord does not show any partiality to anybody. That's very clear. But people, because of their natures, even if Krishna comes and tells, people will not listen. Even today, that is what's happening. People are busy worshipping all Babas and Chamatkar ko namaskar. अरे बाबा భగవద్గీత పడో రే భగవద్గీత వినండ్రా పాటించండ్రా వినరే అది సో కృష్ణుడు వచ్చి చెప్పినా సరే వినరండి ఎనీవే నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రీడ్ దిస్ నౌ సోహం యతిష్యే ప్రశమం క్షతః కర్తుం మాయయా కరుణాం సృజయానాం చ సంగ్రామే వినశిష్యతాం. I will sincerely try to establish peace. Oh Vidura, otherwise they will meet with ruin in the case of war. Krishna is clearly saying Kauravas will be completely destroyed. And I am actually trying to help these fools. But they won't listen anyway. So, and Krishna is saying, see, Karna and Duryodhana are responsible. Seyamapan Mahaghora Kurushveva Samuthita Karna Duryodhana Krita Sarve Hyete Tadanvayaha. So this grave calamity which has now struck the Kurus has been brought about by Karna and Duryodhana. And all these fellows are their followers. So now Krishna finally gives the assurance. He says, I will with all sincerity strive for the good of the sons of Dhritarashtra and Pandavas. And indeed of the Kshatriya race of the entire world. Hitam hi dhartarashtranam. This is a very important shloka. Because there are many people who want to accuse Krishna that he was responsible for the war, many died. So, Krishna gives you free will. If you want to abuse free will, a majority of the humans are abusing their free will. And as a result, all kinds of wars happen. The Lord will not interfere. Lord will guide those who are dharmic and save them also. But the Lord, if the Lord starts interfering, Krishna starts interfering in everything, then he will become like the god of other cults, like a dictator, a psychopathic dictator. Krishna can't do that. He won't do that. Because we have our free will. Krishna respects our cognitive freedom. He can at best explain to you. And if you're not willing to listen, that's up to him. That is why in the Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, इतिते ज्ञानम आख्यातम गुह्यात गुह्यतरम मया विमृश्य तद अशेषेण यदेच्छसि तदा कुरु. 1863 I think. Please check up. Yadechhasi tada kuru. I told you everything that you deserve to know. Think deeply and do whatever you want to do. So that is the beauty of free will. You have free will, but not absolute free will. You can't ask the sun to stop. Limited free will is there, but that is sufficient for you to destroy yourself. So Krishna is saying, Hitam hi dhartarashtranam pandavanam tadhaivacha Pruthivyam kshatriyanam, and for the sake of the welfare of all kshatriyas, cha yatishyeham amayaya. I'm going to strive without any maya or deception, right? Amaya, without any deceit. There is no question of deceit. I am reading it again. Hitam hi dhartarashtranam pandavanam tadhaivacha pruthivyam kshatriyanam cha yatishyeham. I am going to strive. Amayaya. Very naively, ingenuously, without artlessly, very naturally, without any machination, stratagem, ploy. They are plotting all the time, but we are not. Honestly, I'm going to try. And then Krishna says something, many, many interesting things after this. I'm going to read this also. Actually, the meaning is, as translated by M.N. Dutt, Shri M.N. Dutt in this book, this is a 9-volume original Mahabharata, 9 volumes. This is, I think, something you must buy and keep at home. This is an excellent reference book. Mahabharatam, 9 volumes. The author's name is M.N. Dutt. It's very popular, so you will get it in any good bookshop. Parimal Publications, Delhi. Parimal Publications. Okay. So, read the original. Don't read some... there are so many rascals who are interpolating nonsense and writing crap. Read the original. So, Krishna then says, if Duryodhana suspects me, striving for his good as I do, I shall at least be satisfied with myself in my heart, and I shall be discharging my debt which I owe to all of them, because I am everyone's friend. So Krishna is our friend. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vruksham Parishasvajati Tayoranyah Pippalam Swadvati Anashnannanyo Abhichakashiti. This is the Veda. The Veda says there are 2 birds on the tree. The one is Krishna, the Lord, Supreme, Brahman, Rama, sitting right on top. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vruksham Parishasvajati Tayoranyah Pippalam Swadvati. You and I are eating all the fruits. That means the effects, the consequences of the good deeds and bad deeds, we are eating and jumping from branch to branch and suffering and enjoying. While Krishna sitting on top is watching and hoping that someday you will join him. Because we are eternal friends. Krishna is a true friend. Call him Krishna or Rama. If you read the Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna himself says, Rama Shastra Bhrutamaham, Rudranam Shankaraschasmi, Senaninam Aham Skandaha. So all the gods in the Hindu pantheon are but different facets of Krishna only. Right? So, Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidya Anadi Ubhavapi. That also Krishna said. Prakriti, nature, Jivatma and Paramatma. These are the 3 eternal verities. That means eternities. Krishna did not create us. This is a very simple, call it a dogma. If God had created us, then we should be perfect like Him. No, God has not created us. Nor had God created us in His image. Even if God, like this is what Christianity says, and Abrahamic religions, they say, God created us in His image. It's not a rational argument. Because if God had created us in His image, we should be perfect. Because God must be perfect. And God's image must be perfect. But we are not perfect. Which means that then the inescapable conclusion is then God may not be perfect. That's why we are also imperfect. He is imperfect and His image is imperfect. Therefore we are in His image and therefore we are imperfect. So therefore the whole idea is wrong. What does the Veda say? What does Krishna tell you? Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidya Anadi Ubhavapi. Anadi. They are eternal. See, we Jivatmas are co-eval, co-terminus, co-existent, co-eval of the same age as Krishna. Jivatma, Prakriti, Paramatma. These are 3 parallel lines. Okay, sort of. So, Krishna has full control on the Jivatmas and Prakriti. But He did not create you and me. We have acquired this body because of the Prarabdha. We have acquired the environment. All that you are enjoying right now, that is because you have earned it by your own actions. That is called Prarabdha. So the Vedic concept is very clear. God did not create us. We have created the mess that we are in. And Krishna is sitting from the top and like a good friend is thinking, when will these fellows realize and come up? That's the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. So you are your best friend, you are your worst enemy. Uddaredatmanatmanam Atmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Krishna says, you have to help yourself, you have to rescue yourself. You can be your best friend if your mind is under control. You can be your worst friend, worst enemy if your mind is not under your control. So Krishna is saying, Hite prayatamanam maam Shanke Duryodhano Yadi Hridayasya cha me Preetiranrutam Runam cha Bhavishyati. So, I will be discharging my debt. As a friend, impartial friend of everyone, I will do my best. Krishna is saying, I am going to do my best. But Krishna knows deep down, because he is after all omniscient, he knows everything. These rascals will not listen. Then so many other things also Krishna says. And I want to be of service to both the parties. I have come here for that. And I will make every attempt. So that even people should not blame me also. And if after listening to my advice they don't accept it, the fool will experience the consequence of not listening to me. That also Krishna says. Mama dharmyartha yuktam hi shrutva vakyam anamayam. Anamaya vakyam. That means honest advice. If they don't heed, na chedad dasyate balo dishtasya vashameshyati. And then Krishna says, you see, if without sacrificing the interests of the Pandavas, I can bring about peace with the Kurus, then I would have done a great dharmic act. O Vidura, great souled one, and the Kurus will have been liberated from the shackles of death. They would escape death. Otherwise, Pandavas cannot be. They are so powerful, invincible, invictus. Now Krishna is saying that. Now Sanskrit I am going to read. Ahapayan Pandavartham yadhavachamam kurunam yadi cha achareyam punyam cha me syachcharanti mahatman maccherashcham kuravo mrutyupashat. Mucherashcham kuravo mrutyupashat. Kuruvus will be saved from the pasha, shackles, the noose of death. And if the sons of Dhritarashtra, the Kauravas, use their discrimination and understand my advice, then it will lead to earthly good, and all the malice in their hearts should melt away. This will bring about peace. Then even the Kauravas will honor and worship me. So Krishna is saying that if they listen to me, finally they will understand, and then peace will be there, and they will also worship me. Otherwise they hate Krishna, because they feel that Krishna is the chap who is spoiling all their plans. Then finally, in this chapter, Krishna says something very clearly, that all these fellows, whether it is Bhishma, in fact, Bhishma fought on the wrong side. Bhishma defeated even Parshuram. But Bhishma fought on the wrong side simply to prove to us and show to the world that even if he fights on the wrong side, the adharmic side will lose. That's the power of dharma itself. Because wherever dharma is there, Krishna is there. Or wherever Krishna is there, dharma is there. Yato Krishna tato dharma. Yato dharmas tato jaya. It's not yato dharmas tato Krishna. It is yato Krishna tato dharma. Wherever Krishna is there, there is dharma. That's it. You can argue and ask Krishna questions, but don't be opinionated. Don't be stubborn. Accept with a receptive mind. Now Krishna is saying something like this. All these fellows, even if they gang up and fight against me, it will be like all the animals of the forest, even if they gang up against the lion, an enraged lion. What can they do? Nothing. This is a shloka I am going to read. Please listen carefully. It's a very nice one. Krishna is actually leveling a threat now to Vidura. What could be the... Vidura already tried a lot to explain, but nobody was listening. So there's nothing much Vidura can do also. Nachapi mama paryaptaha. Nachapi mama paryaptaha sahitaha sarva parthivaha. They are not sufficient to battle me. Come on. कुद्धस्य प्रमुखे स्यातु सिंहस्येवेतरे मृगाः. Simhasyevetare mrugaha. That means, even if all the rulers of the earth united together, if they come and stand opposing me, in front of me, they would be like all the other animals of the forest before an enraged lion. If you attack dharma, Krishna will be enraged and nothing can save you. That is why Chaitanya says, Rakhe Krishna Mare ke, Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. If Krishna decides to protect you, who can kill you? And if Krishna decides to vanquish you, who can save you? And I am reminded of that जो जग बैरी होय, बाल न बाका कर सके जो जग बैरी है. What is that doha? It's a nice doha. बाल न बाका कर सके जो जग बैरी है. I'll try to recollect. Now I'm not able to recollect. जाको राके साइया. Sorry, I have recollected. जाको राके साइया मार सके न कोई. जाको राके साइया मार सके न कोई. He whom God protects, nobody can kill. जाको राके साइया मार सके न कोई, बाल न बाका कर सके जो जग बैरी होय. Even if it is Ravanasura, he will not be able to pluck even a single hair from you. Because जाको राके साइया. Jai Shri Ram. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. Please give me some feedback also, because I intend to continue reading from the originals. See this wonderful set. This is one set you must buy, 9 volumes. I think it is some 3,500 or whatever. This is worth keeping because this is the original and the slokas are there. 1 lakh slokas with the meaning in English. Jai Shri Ram.